Thanks for watching. This is James Robertson with WorkSpace Real Estate. This search is focused on a 4 to 6,000 square foot building with office space. The client wants to make sure the ground is stabilized, so I'm assuming this is going to be a standalone purchase deal. And we want to go ahead and just take a look in the market to see what's out there. So we're going to focus on for sale. And we just did a search before in the energy corridor. And so I'm assuming this is going to be the same general area. So I'm going to go ahead and, get out a little bit past Highway 6 just to make sure we're getting everything. I like to get a little bit into the Beltway as well, mainly focused on the I-10 area here. So we're going to look at office. Look how far that reduced it. Office and flex space. And let's go ahead and say 4,000, which is on the lower end. All right, so 4 to 6,000 square feet, it's showing that there's nothing here. We're obviously going to have to widen this out a little bit. I'll explain why I'm going this far out in a minute. Let's go ahead and just really push it. Okay, so when we push it this far out, it kind of shows how much development's been going on over here and how little opportunity there is in the energy corridor in the way of finding a property to purchase. But I do want to take a look at what is available. So let's go ahead and see what the inventory looks like here. Okay, so from a sales price perspective here, we see the prices range from 400,000 to about 1.6. And it looks like there's a lot of industrial properties here. So this is definitely going to require some quality time to kind of find a best fit. As far as something being on the market that has stabilized ground, I don't see anything in the search that pops up that's actually listed on the west side. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not in the Houston market in general. So let's assume that the client tells us, hey, look, we can expand the parameters. So I'm going to go much wider than this. Let's go ahead and remove this boundary. And I'm going to start where I know there's some opportunity. And we'll go to West Park and 59 here. Okay, so I tried to get all the area in Houston that I think they would even consider. And I'll actually push this into the loop as well. This is a really wide search. You really don't like doing it this much, but you can see why we're doing it because there's just so few options. So now there's 21 options here. Part of the reason for that is the size. We're going to have to increase this a little bit. We're going to say 4 to 10,000 square feet of space. That's going to help. Now, they also want this to be on stabilized ground. That's important. So I'm going to have to manually go through and remove a lot of these. But we have 39 options so far. So as we sort through them, price range from $5 million, and then there's some that are undisclosed. So I'm going to go ahead and sort this so we can just remove the ones that we know aren't going to be active. So these being under contract, we're not really going to look at those since they're under contract. We can check on them later. Now here's something else we're going to sort these out by is land, because I know they want stabilized land, that's important. So we're really not going to focus on any options that have that don't have land. So something that's sitting on like 0.11 acres, that's going to be on a very small lot. You can see here there's literally there's no land here, so there's no place for equipment, there's no place to park trucks, and that's what they need. So anything that's less than half an acre, um, I actually would say anything less than 2/3 of an acre, we're probably going to just not look at. So let me go ahead and remove all of these first. Okay, so we know without a doubt that these properties are not going to work that I just checked here. You can see by the pictures that it's really a tight configuration. These are not sitting on a lot of extra land. This one on Sands Point, actually, I would keep this one because I know this property here, and it's sitting on 6,000 square feet. It's about a little bit more than half an acre. We'll see if the client's interested in that. This one too on Theol. The ones that are obvious we're going to remove, but if it's even a possibility that it could work, I want the client to be able to say, let's pass on it. I know about West Glen, that's not going to have the look they want, but I'm going to keep it on there anyway. And the rest of these, I'm skipping them if I know that they're sitting on a lot that's too small. Okay, we're just going to finish. Let's see for Bengal. That one can work. It's sitting on almost an acre. Again, sitting on almost an acre. We can look at that. Same thing. And this is a portfolio here. I'll look at that later. That's 2 properties. This one is sitting on 1 acre. This is sitting on almost 2 acres. And this is sitting on 4 acres. I really like this one. It's a little bit bigger than what we need, but the great thing about this particular space is it's 8,000 square feet. It's on 4 acres. Part of this is stabilized. It looks like most of it is stabilized from the picture, but we could very easily take this and the owner can occupy half and lease out the other half of it. That's what makes me like this property, and the banks would finance a deal like that pretty easily. So let's see what else we have here. This is good. This is also good because it's sitting on 9 acres of land. So the rest of these, and this one is sitting on 28 acres. I don't know if that's a typo or not. So the options here that we have not checked, these are the ones that we want to look at. So I'm going to remove the selected items here. And this is our list. So we have 16 areas, 16 properties in this entire area. Now this is a very, very large search area, but I can tell you that we had to push it out this far because, as you can see, when you look at 4 to 10,000 square feet of space with office and flex, there's really nothing around. There's really nothing around this area. So we pushed it out just to have all of the options that are listed. So we're going to go ahead and print out a report here. I hope this information was helpful for you guys to get an insight on the energy corridor as far as standalone space. If you want information, we always want to talk about the market. If you want a report like this to see the options yourself, just give us a call on the information on the post. Thank you guys for watching.